Good morning. We're waking up to breaking fashion news as Hedi Slimane exits Celine and Michael Ryder enters Celine. I'm here to talk about it with a fashion commentator and a host of podcasts called Just a Fashion Minute, David M. Watts. David, thank you for joining me this morning.
Fantastic.
What was your reaction when you heard the news?
Well, I wasn't surprised. Rumors have been circling for a long time that Hedi Slimane has been renegotiating his contract with LVMH. And I suspect at his position and his power status, he wants a lot. They said no, apparently, and he is exiting Celine, or has now exited Celine.
What do you think is next for him?
Oh, I think he is an incredibly lucky individual, but also he is a designer who has the Midas touch. He turned Saint Laurent into a multi-billion euro business. He's turned Celine into a 2.5 billion business.
Which wasn't the case, actually. People were not really fans of his work when he first started at Celine. People were like, yes, he entered after Phoebe. And obviously everybody,
a big shock. It was a big shock. Phoebe Philo was extraordinary, but it was a very specific thing. He's a very particular type of designer, but actually he has the ability to tap into the zeitgeist. He is able to tap into what Gen Z consumers want. He is a god in Japan. The Slimanophiles, it's extraordinary. So I think, he has his pick. He could do anything. There were rumors circulating about Chanel, but then that seems to have been snubbed out.
I could see him at Chanel. I could see his aesthetic working perfectly fine for
Absolutely. And if you've seen the new collection for Spring/Summer 25, it is an homage to what any young, beautiful French woman would want to wear. I personally think he would be amazing at Chanel. It could be absolutely amazing. We'll see.
What is also possible for him, because of his fan base, I think that he could definitely have his own namesake brand.
Own label. Why would he need to? Why would he need to? The risk involved with a brand nowadays is enormous. LVMH have very deep pockets. To be able to have that much money, I mean, he probably has a lot of money in the bank because I'm sure he's been paid very well at LVMH, at Celine, but it's an enormous undertaking. Why would you want to risk your own money with setting up a company when basically he can go anywhere he wants, I suspect, and be paid tens of millions? When Raf went to Calvin Klein, they were paying him 16 million a year. So Hedi must be on quite a nice chunk of salary.
But Phoebe Philo, look what she did. She took actually the investment from LVMH.
She did amazing things at Celine, but also, you have to remember, the fashion didn't really sell that well. The accessories and everything else did, but the fashion didn't sell. And actually, at the time, I remember hearing from some of the buyers, the Celine company told them, if you want the accessories, you have to buy the ready-to-wear.
At the moment, we have Dries Van Noten, we have Gaultier, we have Chanel without creative directors.
Others to come.
Others to come.
Because apparently John Galliano is exiting Margiela.
Exactly.
And so that will be another director role.
Yep.
Fendi is still currently happening, although the rumor is that Pier Paolo Piccioli is going to be going in there after the rumors that Galliano was there. But now we think Galliano is going to be opening his own label or going back to his own brand. So there's so many brands that are looking for creative directors.
I'm sure after 7 years of being a creative director at LVMH brands such as Celine, I'm sure Hedi will take a little break to himself. But after the break, where do you see himself going next?
The challenge for Hedi is he wants to have complete control. He wants to be able to oversee retail, beauty, cosmetics, the collections themselves, advertising, branding, everything. He got away with that at Celine. But in fairness to him, I completely agree. He has proven himself at Celine. The campaigns, the films, unbelievably beautiful. So, it's fine if you're arrogant, if you can back it up. He's backed it up with the goods. Celine is the fastest growing brand in LVMH.
But if not Chanel, because a lot of creative directors are rumored to go into Chanel. If not Chanel, where else you think he would have great potential at?
I don't really know where else at the moment because we're in such flux. I think it's like, in truth, I haven't really thought about it. Thinking he's going to take time off, you can afford to. And then maybe revisit. You never know. He might want to do his own thing. He might want to do photography, which he loves. He might want to just move away from fashion altogether. I'm not quite sure how old he is, but you never know. You know,
Absolutely.
taking the cash and exiting, it's, you know, it's a good,
Absolutely.
it's a choice.
To hear what's next for Celine, and in fact what's next for Michael Ryder, the new creative director of Celine, in the next episode of Fashion News, stay tuned.